My number 4 is essentialism. Now, I was originally supposed to read this book at book club, and something told, and I didn't read it. I didn't read the book that week. And then something told me, no, Monique, you still need to read it. So I actually borrowed it off someone else in the book club, and I read it, and I realised that I was not an essentialist. I realised that I was rushing around doing things, I was busy all the time, and I still am. It said a lot of things. It spoke about how being busy doesn't equate to being successful, and some people think that busy people are successful. A lot of the tasks that we do every day aren't result producing tasks. They're just things that waste our time when we could allocate them or delegate them elsewhere. So the essentialism is all about being an essentialist, and an essentialist is someone that does one thing at a time, masters one thing at a time, and masters their time. It's a really good book, I guess, about time management, but from a foundational level. One of the nuggets I got from this book in particular was, if it's not a yes, it's a no. And they applied this concept to everything from making a decision on whether to help someone to making a decision on whether to employ someone. And basically the theory behind it is that if it's not an absolute yes, a unanimous yes, then it's a no. For example, they spoke about a company who recruits people, and if that person that they're recruiting isn't 100% yes, then they don't hire them, and they keep going until they get that person that is 100% yes, and as a result they have a really successful team. So what I liked about that is that even a person that's a 7 out of 10, they're great, they're awesome, but there's something not perfect about them for the role. Most companies would give that person the job because they think, oh yeah, they're 8 out of 10, that's great. But why do we settle for these 7s and 8s when we can settle for a 10 out of 10, something that we unanimously want? So when this team unanimously agree that yes, this is the person to be on the team, that person gets hired. Do you understand how it works? And it's something that I apply a lot now to a lot of the decisions I make, because if I don't 100% want to do it, then why am I doing it? We get free will, we can do whatever we want in life, and I feel like if it's not a yes, it's a no. Really stuck with me. A book can be full of information and you can get just 2 sentences from it, or just like 1 nugget or 2 nuggets, and those nuggets will stay with you for the rest of your life and replay in your mind every time you need to do something. My 5th book is Make Your Brain Work by Amy Brand, because it kind of will give you background as to why you do certain things and how you can change those things in relation to how your brain works. And it talks about how stress affects the prefrontal cortex, I think it's called that, the frontal cortex in your brain. So it's like the frontal area in your brain that makes decisions. So when you're stressed, your ability to make decisions is weakened. And I know for a fact that that is true, because I remember I was having a really bad time at my job. I was really unhappy. I was working very long hours and getting paid very little, and I was extremely stressed because I just wanted to leave, and I was just stressed out. And as a result, now if you know me, if you've worked with me as well, you know that I don't like making mistakes. I like making sure everything is of a high standard, especially when I'm working for someone else. Just like I like to be on point, so they say. All of a sudden I was making mistakes every single day, all the time. I was forgetting things. I wasn't making the right decisions about things, and as a result, yeah, I was making loads of mistakes. And I know now that that was a result of my stress, which affected my prefrontal cortex, or frontal cortex, which affected my ability to make decisions, which then made me make a lot of wrong decisions and make a lot of mistakes. And I actually at the time thought, oh my gosh, Monique, what's happened to you? Are you ruined forever? You can't do anything right. What's going on? Now I know. Stress affects the frontal cortex. I'm not using that as my excuse, but I'm just letting you know that that is definitely a result of stress. So yeah, try and keep yourself as stress free as possible by using tips from the Essentialism. Try and make as much money as possible by using 6 months to 6 figures and MJ DeMarco's theories in Millionaire Fastlane, and try and have a successful morning with The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. And as a result, I wish you a successful year, and I thank you for tuning into my video. I would love to hear your comments on the videos and what you'd like to see, what you don't like to see. Let me know, put it below. And also you're welcome to follow me on all social media outlets. My name is Monique Lewis on all other than Snapchat, where I'm Monique Lewis Said. Only the S at the end of Lewis is then the S at the start of said, so it's just S-A-I-D, Monique Lewis said. Alright, it's been a pleasure speaking with you, and I'm so happy I made this video for you. Bye!